guys.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
Kate.
lady.
Sorry, I got the notification that Megan was here, and then my Zoom updated, so I text Megan. I was like, my Zoom's updated. Give me a second. I went to log in. It was like, no, you can't. So, hey, guys.
How's it going?
Good. My back really hurts from building IKEA furniture.
Oh,
Fun.
that's fun.
Yeah.
What are you building, though?
Desks for virtual learning.
Oh, right. You're homeschooling.
Yeah, not home.
Or not homeschooling. Distance learning, whatever.
Yeah. So, but the kids didn't have a good space to work at, so I had to build a new space. So, are you holding a baby right now, or did you get rid of him today?
She ditched him.
Pardon?
She ditched him.
You're muted or something, Teresa. She did ditch him.
Yeah, I've been talking the whole time, but why does it keeps muting me?
It's not me. I haven't touched it. I don't know.
Very weird. Anyways, yes, he's asleep.
Okay, score after your big day. Okay,
Right.
guys, since I was 2 minutes late, I don't want to take up any more time. So I'm going to go through quickly some shout outs real fast, and then I'm going to make a little announcement. Some of you guys know about it already. And then we'll go into the topic, okay? So our top 5, it's actually changed from when I made the cover photo. I did the top 5 cover photo a couple hours ago, and then somebody who's here put in an order and bounced someone else out. So our top 5 today is Tanya Ginge is number 5. Number 4 is Sam Oliveira. Sam, that was you who bounced someone else out. Number 3, Sherry Mason. Number 2 is Gina Masters, and number 1 is Lindsay Bibby. So good job, guys. Lindsay's 100 PRs away from the monthly sales award. So and
yay!
Has another order to put in still, so it's exciting. Is someone calling me, or am I just hearing random noises?
No one's calling you.
Okay, just making sure. Our top teams with leaders who are active are number 5, Brittany Cairns, number 4, Sarah Ventura, number 3, Kayla Vale, number 2, Teresa Wallery, and number 1 is Gina Masters. So good job, guys. We have 3 people who have built teams so far. We're at 199. We can't end the month at 199. That would be a disgrace. So we all need to work on sponsoring someone new this month before the month is over, so we can at least end at an even 200, okay? So I know, it's like the OCD. We can't end at 199. That would be terrible.
That's fair.
So myself, Kayla Vale, and Jordana Hamlin have all sponsored new people so far this month, so that's fantastic. We have only 3 people paid at title so far, and that goes to show you out of 199, or I'd have to redo a report to see how many of those people actually have teams. But that just goes to show you how sort of special it is and how not easy it is, right? So you all know, if you guys are leaders, it takes a lot of work and a lot of intention to make your title or your rank, my apologies, match your title, okay? So far we have 3 people. Tanya Ginge is being paid at lead, Sarah Ventura is being paid at star, and Gina Masters is being paid at superstar consultant. So good job, guys. And we have 2 promotions so far this month to shout out. 2 promotions, 2 people certified this month, Deanna Wiley and Zoe Randall, not sure. But congratulations to Deanna and Zoe for promoting. We have 2 people who are really close to earning some stuff too. Zoe is really close to earning level 1 of Sensational Start, and Mandy Ings, she's brand new, is really close to earning Shooting Star. So let's cheer them on to get towards that. So, okay. There are a few of you. I have a little announcement to make. There's a few of you who already know this, but because it just confirmed today, I wanted to announce it to the group at large. Teresa and I have been talking about this. We've actually been bouncing around this idea for, I don't know, a year and a half. Hey, Teresa?
Yeah.
We finally just decided to go for it, especially with all of this COVID stuff. It literally ruined everybody's year as far as gathering and traveling and stuff goes. So we decided now is the time. We are going to throw a really super fun and special leadership retreat for stars and above. So if you're a star, a superstar, or a director and up, this is for you. If you are not there yet, don't dismay. You can get there. We are giving you lots of time to get there, okay? Registration for this, yes, you will have to register, will open up November 1st, and payment will be due November 10th. So here are the requirements, okay? Actually, I'll tell you the fun part first. It was just confirmed today. I landed this really beautiful chalet in the Trent Lakes area. It's like just north of Lakefield for anybody who doesn't know where that is in Ontario. It's gorgeous, you guys. It's like serene. It's right, like beautiful nature. It has a hot tub. Like, let's be honest. It's going to be from Friday to Sunday, January 8th to 10th. The first night is going to be just relaxing, connecting, having a couple glasses of wine, having a hot tub, having some snacks, just hanging out and having fun. And then the Saturday will be a little bit of mix of leadership training. So if you want to learn how to build your team even further, become a better leader, move to director and beyond up to superstar director, that's what we're going to be talking to you guys about. So it's a little bit of leadership training mixed with, of course, retreat style stuff. So we want to give you ample time to be able to relax, because it's also a little bit of a perk, right? Because we're only giving it to stars and above. It is literally like a leadership perk. So here are the requirements. We need you to have 500 PRV in September and October, because as leaders, you should be doing that anyways. You need to have at least one frontline under you, okay? So you can't hold a star or above title, but have no team, okay? Because this is a leadership retreat. You need to have recruited at least one person since August, okay? It doesn't have to be one person every month. At least just one person since August, okay? Because we want to see you recruiting more than once a year or twice a year, okay? That's it, guys. That's the requirements. And then star and above, like I've said several times now. If you meet those requirements, you will automatically get an email from Teresa or I, depending on whose team you're on, with a registration link, okay? The whole place, you guys, this is the best part, is like just over $1,400 for both nights. That's taxes and fees and everything included. So if we get 10 people, Teresa and I are already 2 people, so if we get 8 people registered, that's like $143 for your whole weekend. And we're just going to do potluck meals and stuff like that. Like, we'll just keep it super casual and really affordable, because we don't want anybody not being able to go because of finances, okay? So we really wanted to keep this on the affordable end. So it's kind of like a high-end luxury chalet cottage retreat, but on like a low-end financial retreat or level, okay? So before I move on to the actual content for tonight, does anyone have any questions about that? Did I miss anything, Teresa?
Nope, you got it all.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Maybe. No? Who is going to try and get their butts there? I mean, I'm there regardless. So, Megan, yeah, you. Sam, did you want to go? You were kind of talking about it.
Yeah, I want to try. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I just lost my teamie though. I was telling you, so
Yeah, that's okay.
we'll see.
That's okay. That's why we also wanted to spread the requirements out for 2 months, right? That's where we're giving you guys lots of heads up in order to meet those requirements to register. We don't want to tell you guys like October 31st. By the way, all that work you were already doing, that's why we're giving you guys a heads up. So you can go and bust your butts in September and October. And you have lots of time to recruit someone new this fall. So we're really, really excited about it. And if it goes well, we'll be making it an annual thing. And like I actually talked to Daryl today, maybe we could even make it a semi-annual thing, eh, Teresa? Like we could do like a summer one somewhere, like in like the Muskokas somewhere, with like an outdoor pool or something cool. But we just wanted to get this like off the ground, and we figure a nice cozy chalet in the winter with a big fireplace would be kind of fun. So we're excited. Okay, so who struggles with the content that we're talking about tonight? Who struggles with like meeting people who are not their family and friends? Yeah, like everybody, right? I've been doing this for 109 years, and I still struggle with this sometimes too. I have to like remind myself how to redo this over and over again. I'll tell you right from the get-go, there's literally only one of 2 ways to meet new people or to expand your network. And everything we talk about is going to fall into one of these 2 categories. It's either literally getting to know your people's people, okay, and your people could be the people you already know, like the people you're related to, or your friends or your coworkers, or your hostesses or customers, right? That's all your people. That's your warm markets, people who you're already connected to. So getting to know their people, or literally just getting to know strangers. And I'm going to teach you how to get to know strangers in not a gross, spammy, like pyramid scheme type way, okay? Catherine's just here. She's just about to log in. Okay, because that I think is a big deterrent for a lot of people, right? Like, have you ever wanted to know like how to meet like legit strangers, or have you ever gotten bad advice maybe from an old book, like something like this? Classic, right? Lots of great tips, but some of them are a little outdated now, right? I used to teach people to do some things that I don't teach anymore. Let's just say that. I used to teach people back like 9 years ago because it wasn't terrible etiquette to behave like this, to give samples away to everybody you meet. Like to like bombard people with Scentsy, because you should be a proud Scentsy consultant, right? And yes, I do believe you should. However, those tactics, I'll say, don't work anymore, and they always felt a little bit gross to me. Like, have you guys ever tried to do that? Have you ever tried to like give your cashier a sample and be like, this feels weird, right? Like, because it is weird. Like, you wouldn't do that in any other industry. Do you know what I mean? Like, did you need your teeth cleaned? I'm a dentist. Like, no professional person would ever behave like that. So we're gonna go ahead and just not behave like that ourselves, okay? So the people you know now, if you haven't figured this out yet, will not be the people that sustain your business long term, okay? That could be a really sticky mindset to get into, especially for newer people. And it's a good thing for leaders to kind of get this in their mind too, so they can help their teams along, because everybody runs into this, every single person. I've never met a Scentsy consultant in my life who has ever been like, actually, my network grew all by itself. Like, it's always been an intentional thing, okay? So let's start with the people you know. Let's start with your people's people, okay? And if you guys have ideas that I am not mentioning or I'm not throwing out there, please tell me to be quiet and interrupt me and go ahead and tell me your ideas, okay? We all know what a list of 100 is, right? Yes? Everybody, you guys did it from your consultant guide, right? As leaders, by the way, make sure that your people are actually doing this. It's a very old school tactic. It'll be in those really old books. I promise it still works as long as you do it correctly, as long as you do it the right way, okay? Writing down just the people you know can be powerful, because you kind of figure out, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about her. Oh yeah, I did this. You know, and you can brainstorm and do the bubbles and everything. But the real power comes in when you write how each one of those names can connect you to the people they know. Okay, so it's not just about your Aunt Sue, because you know her, great, write her down. But how is Aunt Sue connected to her community? Right? How can she introduce you to the people Aunt Sue already knows? Right? Is she really active in her church, or is she a volunteer somewhere, or bricks? Oh yes, it's on the little white table. Do you mind? Yeah. So I went to pick up an order, and I was like, bricks. Who did I sell bricks to? What was I saying? Right. How can they, how are they connected to their community, right? What do they do for work? What do they do for hobbies? What do they do for sports? You guys get what I'm saying, right? So actually write that down. Like, write down beside Aunt Sue, she works in a bank. Hello? Lots of ladies in a bank, okay? And then too, okay, we're not sexist and fancy. Basically identify their Frank list and write down all of those things, right? If you know a little bit of their Frank list, write that down. Like, put her in the main line and then do the little like line over and write down the context you know of hers, even if you don't know them by name. Be like, Sue's neighbor, that redheaded chick who always stops by for coffee. Like, you can say things like that. You don't have to know their names in order for them to be on your list, okay? You don't have to be BFFs for them to be on your list. Hosting your own parties, obviously, we're a little, they got to be virtual right now. We're I don't even know the rules anymore. Just, be safe. But host your own party. If you don't know, or if you've done it already and it didn't work, host a different kind of party. If you haven't done it for this catalog season, do it right now when we're done here. Or do a different kind of party. Make it a bingo party. Make it a mystery hostess party. Make it something fun. Like, I don't care. Just go out and do it. Samantha was literally she's doing a virtual party for someone's 50th birthday, and she's making it like all about that person. Smith, do you want to share like a couple of your ideas actually, because they were freaking brilliant. I thought it was so smart.
Sure.
You on the spot a little bit.
So the person actually approached me and said that they wanted to host, and it was their birthday, so they thought it'd be fun to like do it all together. So I wanted to do it. Okay, so somebody that she knows is hosting a party right before, so they're kind of overlapping and it's kind of the same people. So I didn't want it to be like Scentsy, 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 like the same stuff over and over. So I'm trying to make it about her. I asked her what her top 5 things are. So each day I'll feature her one of her favorite items and something that goes along with it. So like she likes the flowers, so then I'll show what other unplugged stuff there is. She likes a certain bar, so then I'll feature the warmers, that kind of
That's
thing.
a good idea.
Right?
Yeah, I figured like instead of going, okay, here's the warmers and the bars, here's the unplugged, here's the laundry, like I would just do it based on her likes.
So
And then her actual birthday day, she's going to be 50, so I'm going to pay her age. So anybody who wants like a surprise bundle, I'll make up for them for $50.
That's perfect.
so
Yeah.
smart.
Right on.
So smart. And you guys, everything she's saying right now is all within compliance. So you could do a pay your age thing, because she isn't saying what's in the bundle. She's just telling people, give me $50 and you'll get $50 worth of product, is all she's saying. It's basically a mystery bag, just said in different ways. So this kind of stuff is what I'm talking about. Like, get creative if you're hosting your own parties or if you're trying to book parties, okay? So thank you, Sam. Seriously, like, so smart. She would tell me today, and I was like, why haven't I ever thought about this before? Like, it's one of those things, right? Who has, so booking parties too, like, I'll just put that in there, guys. Obviously, booking parties, okay? We talk about that all the time, but sometimes, especially if you're new, or especially if you're really old, like, sometimes you get in a rut and you forget. You're like, why am I not meeting any people? And you're like, oh yeah, I haven't had a party in 3 months. Like, duh, happens all the time. What else was I gonna say about parties? Oh, and when you do host your own, make it a priority. Like, if you're the host of the party, you're doing it yourself, make it a priority over sales, okay, over PRV, to actually book more parties outside of your party. Okay, so that should be your number one goal of your own party, is to literally book as many parties as you can, even if it sacrifices your PRV that day. Okay, deal? Who has a referral program, guys? Anybody?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Who else said that? Tony, you said that? Tony, do you want to share what yours is?
Yes. Mine is if they refer a friend, they get $5 off an item. If their referral orders $60 or more, I give them $10 off. And if their referral books a party and it's a qualified party, they get a half item.
That's so good. And how do you get the word out about your referral program to your customers? Like, how do they know?
I'll show you.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see them because it's so dark in my room, but I made up these little things on
That's cute.
Canva.
That is cute. Can you read it
Good
for me?
job.
It is kind of hard
Yeah.
to see.
It just says referral program, refer a friend, $5 off any item. Friend places an order 60 or more, $10 off any item, and books a qualified party, 1 item, half price.
Perfect.
And, like, in case you're new, like, legit, in case you're new here and you're like, how is she giving me half price items? That's literally just the referral award. Why can I not think right now?
Perpetual party wardy.
Thank you, guys.
Perpetual.
I was like, what is that supposed to mean? So yeah, she's literally just using Scensy's tools that they're giving us to reward her people for introducing their people. Okay, so she's not actually giving anything half off, which is so smart. Thank you, Tony. So guys, really
You're
make
welcome.
sure that you have a referral program. And first of all, tell your people. Okay, they have to know about it. Like, tell your friends and family. You might have someone who's like, actually, it's definitely not really my thing, but maybe they have someone who will be your next superstar director. Like, you don't know. So talk about it on Facebook. You can't say details on Facebook, but you could be like, guys, I have a referral program. Who wants to know about it? Okay. Now the thing with referral programs and how they work, like how they're going to work for you, is literally you have to be a good consultant. Like I know that seems really like, okay, I am a good consultant, but no one is going to refer you if you're giving them crap customer service. They don't want to introduce you to the people they know, okay? So it starts with literally just being a good consultant, and you'll find that if you're giving excellent customer service, people will start referring you without you even having to ask. That's when you know you're on the right track and you're doing the right thing. When someone's like, oh, my friend wants 6 bars, and that you've never even talked about a referral program before, okay? Stealing the show there.
Every time.
Yeah. Okay, so it really, really starts with that, and be consistent with talking about it. So like Tony, she puts it in all her orders, like be consistent with the communication about your program, okay? Now, does anyone want to talk about getting to know your people's people before I move on to getting to know strangers? Is there anything I missed? Anything that you currently do that you could teach me about? Or did I kind of cover the main bases? We all good? I'm gonna take the silence as we're all good. Okay, so we're gonna get to know strangers now, not in a gross way. Okay. I literally just took this sheet from like one of my old trainings. So if I'm like, what does that say? It's probably because it's old and I don't do any of this anymore. So I have to make sure. I have to actually read my notes this time. Okay. When you're out and about, be presentable and professional if you're going to be talking about your business with people, okay? I am not always presentable or professional. And at that time, I don't tell anybody about anything that I do because I don't want them to know me as the sensitive girl if I look like a troll under a bridge, okay? I do say brand yourself. I do actually believe in that. Whoa, Sam.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Distracting.
Brand yourself. If you guys don't have branded stuff yet, there is lots of cute options to do it. If you have your own Cricut or vinyl cutter or whatever, Megan, you can make your own stuff, okay? It doesn't even have to say like Sensi Consultant. It can be cute. Like I see lots of people like Wax Boss or like Slick and Wax or, you know, wax specific, like cute white girl basic things, right? I'm all about that stuff. Like pumpkin spice lattes and I don't know. You come up with something adorable. But brand yourself, right? And stuff like that that's a little bit more subtle will actually, I think, initiate conversations better than just being like, Sensei, which is the only things I have. I only have the like super solid Sensei things. Now, here's the way to do this without being gross, especially if you're not branded. And I tend to not do this when I am branded. It's one of those things. But talk to everybody, but not about Sensei. Right? Literally go out into the world, be a good person, like be a nice, friendly, kind person.
Ew.
Just go. Sherry, this isn't for you. You should just leave.
Oh, right. Never mind.
And just go and literally be a friend collector. It's how I like to think of it now. So I don't exchange like cashier receipts for samples anymore. I don't say things like, hey, have you ever heard of, like, I like your purse. Have you ever heard of Scentsy? I don't do any of that anymore. It's literally, I just go out and try and be friendly, like just for the sake of being friendly. And worst case scenario, you made someone's day. You put a smile on someone's face. Best case scenario, you made a friend. And then eventually, and this is why this is the long-term game, okay? Eventually, they're going to know about your business because you're going to add them on social media, obviously, and you present yourself professionally on social media, right? Right, guys? Okay?
Yep.
So when you do make friends with people, they're going to eventually find out that you're a Sensei consultant, okay? Or like through conversations, you're like, oh yeah, you're a teacher, great, good luck with that. And they're going to say, what do you do? You're not going to say your full-time job. Okay? You're not going to say that other thing. You're going to say you're a Sensei consultant or you're a fragrance expert or a wax bot. Like you're going to say something like that. Or you can say like Sam owns 2 businesses. She could be like, actually, I'm an entrepreneur. I own a couple businesses from home. I do dogs and fragrance. Cool, right? Like it could just be casual like that. It doesn't have to be like, I am a certified safety consultant. Like, here's my business card. It shouldn't feel like that. And if it feels gross, it's because it is. That's like your internal instinct going, oh, you're being a spammy person. Like, don't do that. So just go out to the world and literally just try and be a friend collector. Can we do that? Like, that's not scary, right? Or if it's scary, it's at least a little bit less scary than trying to shove samples of black raspberry vanilla up people's noses, okay? Um, if you guys volunteer, and I know it's really hard right now because of COVID too, or if you just don't leave the house, like me, I used to meet people on the schoolyard. That's like how I made friends, was like I would like bump into the same moms all the time at the kindergarten gate or at the doors or whatever. And I would just strike up conversations. And after a little while, that like likability and trustability and all of that kind of stuff start kicking in, right? And then you know, slowly build relationships. You guys know how it works, okay? I know we're all like old and meeting people in your 30s is hard. But if you just go out there and be authentic and be yourself and be friendly, it's not terrible. And if you have a branded vehicle, don't cut people off or give people the finger or run over pedestrians. Like, just be aware that when you're branded, like, it is going to reflect on your business, okay? It was hard for me because I don't drive. My husband does, but we used to have a branded vehicle, and I just drive nicely, you know? Sorry, I'm just reading. Yes, Amy. So Amy just said, yeah, she'll be dropping and picking up at school this year. So like getting to know those parents. That's like genuinely how I made my like the most newest contacts from last year. I don't leave the house very often because I'm a little bit lazy, a little bit of a hermit. So it's going to be like, it's going to have to be intentional this year. So I did write down like volunteering in your community. Find something that you can do that you're passionate about, and you're going to just meet new people. Go get a new hobby. Go join an outdoor gym where everyone's 6 feet apart, right? Like there are ways to go out there and make new friends, even very like cheap ones, right? Go join a book club. Like, it doesn't have to be about Scentsy. In fact, it shouldn't be. But just ways that you can meet other people, right? Fundraisers, if you guys haven't done those yet, we're running out of time, so I'm going to speed along these next few ones. They are huge ways to meet new people. I am not talking about fundraisers where you personally donate your commission for the month to a really great cause. That's wonderful, but that's just you collecting PRV and orders from the same people you're already collecting PRV and orders from, right? I'm talking about going to an organization, a team, a club, a church, something, and handing out packets to these people, and they go and collect orders from the people they know. Okay, so each person in that team or whatnot become their own little mini basket party hostess, okay? That's going to get you either zero new content. Like, sometimes it doesn't always work out, but it's always worth a try, and then you just donate that commission to that cause, okay? Yeah, so with the fundraisers, I just have a note here, like, seems duh, but make sure when you do collect all of those new people's leads, like all of those new people's contact information, that you follow up with them. Like, label all of your stuff, pack it all pretty, yada, 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 hand it back out to the organization's leader or whoever, and then make sure that you have the information for each of those people's orders, everyone who ordered from you, so that you can follow up with them, offer great customer service, and now they become a new customer that you get to go ahead and book, party, recruit, or get to know their people again. Okay, so you can start back at square one as a new customer. Events, again, I know there's few and far between right now, but I promise they're out there. I actually just turned one down that no one, even on the team, would do. So I promise people are actually looking for vendors right now. Work hard to find the openings. There's always a cancellation too, guys. So don't, if someone's like, actually, we already have a Scentsy person for this event, they'll be like, well, screw you. Like, always just be like, okay, no problem, blah, 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 blah. Like, keep me in mind. If they cancel last minute, I'm available, right? Like, always be professional. And it doesn't have to be formal, you guys. We can set up a table. Here, okay, listen closely. We can set up a table for not cash and carry in any location we want. So if it's a retail location, you cannot sell cash and carry items. Retail is everything from a mall to like a hair salon. However, if your favorite nail girl or hair girl wants you to set up like an information booth, or you can ask them, you can still set up a table, have a small display, like set it up like a party. You can take orders. You just can't sell someone something that day. You can generate leads that way. How many places in your head can you think of right now? Like, what about your dog grooming? Sam, you have to know dog people, right? Like, there's all of those things, guys, that go in your head where you can maybe set up where you couldn't for cash and carry. So maybe you had put it out of your head prior, but where could you possibly set up for just generating leads? Maybe turning it into a party. You can incentivize the people who own the location by offering them the party rewards. Be like, let's just do a big party. Like, we can do an open house style party. You'll get the free and half price stuff. I'll get your customers' information, right? So it doesn't have to be a big formal home and garden show that costs $700. Okay, it can be a free event and it's still going to help, because remember, your goal here isn't a crap ton of sales. It isn't to sell thousands of dollars of computers. It's to literally generate leads. So anywhere that you can do that is going to be a bonus for you. Okay. And I'm going to end it there in case anyone has any questions or anything to add. Did that help? Did I give you any ideas? Kinda? Maybe? Maybe. Does anyone have anything to add? Anywhere that maybe like you're thinking of right now?
I have one thing.
Okay.
When you're talking about fundraisers, they don't all have to be in person. I do annual fundraiser every year for the Humane Society online, and it generates usually around 500 PRV. And it's contacts that I'm still connecting with. And with COVID, like there's lots of people that aren't doing things in person. So don't limit yourself to just having to do things in person. You can do lots online.
Yeah, good point. Awesome. Samantha, aren't you doing an online fundraiser?
Yeah, one of my friends, her son is the ambassador for Autism Speaks in Orangeville here. So we're doing it online because obviously the event was canceled in person.
Right, right. So it's good. So is your friend like inviting people? Like, how is that working? How are you doing it?
So I made her up a flyer and like we have the link. She's sharing it. She's got her family sharing it. And I believe we're going to probably set up like an event or something on Facebook for it.
Right, right. That's smart. So, I mean, if people are sharing it, especially if those links are public and all of that kind of stuff, right, you never know how far that's going to reach, right? So, Samantha's going to have the opportunity now to meet people she would never have the opportunity to meet because they're so far distant, right, from her inner circle or her warm circle or whatever it's called. So yeah, that's really great. Does anyone have anything else to add? Is there anything that you've done in the past that have worked for you? We have about like 5 minutes. Oh, 3 minutes. My bad.
Liar.
I know. No. My head shame. No, you just had to call me liars. You didn't come in here name call and not give good ideas.
Pretty much.
What you're good for.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Also, just a little quick reminder, guys, that we do have hotel rooms booked for, I almost said Salt Lake City, because that's how sad I am still about not going. Where is next year? It's somewhere. Charlotte.
North Carolina.
Okay, North Carolina. Okay, so we do have rooms booked. Just a little reminder, guys. How many rooms did I book, you guys? 3, I think?
3.
Yeah, so lots and lots of spaces, and it's drivable. We're gonna all keep our fingers crossed that everybody behaves themselves down south so that we can actually cross the border and get going on this. It's not until next July, so there's lots of time for it to dissipate and for the vaccine to be administered and all of that fun stuff. So if you're not saving your commissions already, start saving your commissions because it's gonna come up fast. Like, we're gonna fly through this next fall season. If you guys have never, is there anyone brand new to the fall season? Megan, you are, right? Oh, girl, get strapped. Get ready. Especially with this hyper growth that we've experienced already. Like, I can't even imagine what this fall is going to be like. Hey, Teresa, like, we have never seen a summer like how it has been. I can't even imagine what this fall is going to be like. So
everyone has so many more contacts to connect with. Like, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. Like, get ready. And especially even if those of you who have been into I feel like this is going to be a fall that we have just like none of us are ready for because it's going to be something totally different. So I swear, like you might have good intentions of saving up for Charlotte. It's going to be about $1,000 probably with everything in, right? We talked about it before. It's going to be like March before you know it, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I forgot to save my money. So just if you haven't set up your bank account to do the automatic transfers and all of that stuff that I suggested before, I'm gonna re-suggest to get started on that. Okay, Teresa, do you have anything to add to even like the content that we talked about? I don't know you already did, or to the leadership retreat or anything before we go?
Nope.
Okay, so I will let you guys go then if no one else has any questions. We're less than a minute left. Thank you guys so much for tuning in live. I really, really appreciate it. It saves me awkwardly talking to myself. So thank you for being in here, and thank you to those who shared ideas. I will do the draw once I get off this as usual, okay? And don't worry, if you're a prior winner, I forgot about you. I just like to batch all my post office stuff, okay? So love you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.